Okay, 30 FPS. What's up, man? I didn't think you guys were gonna be awake. Despierto a esta hora. Está durmiendo, no tiene que ir a trabajar mañana. Oh, Evelyn, thank you so much. That's what the noise was. 100 stars. Why didn't it show up over here? Oh, there we go. Delayed. Delayed. So, a couple of stories, man. Kind of late night stories. It's late night for me.
Shit. Yeah.
Off the cuff. Out loud. Tony, what's up?
As you can tell.
Clairvoyant.
Oh, shit.
My YouTube looks stuck. Stuck over there? It's my reception. I hope so. I hope so. Let me take a look at myself too. Let me see what you guys see.
If you want to,
Oh my god, there's an ad. I'm gonna earn 10 cents for this. Thank God. It's amazing. Okay, looks good. Buena Lisa. Lisa, thank you for the cash app. Gracias. Appreciate that. Xavier, man. What's up, man? We gotta do, you gotta listen to a story. We gotta do a call in one time, man. But yeah, check out some of this stuff, bruh. Serafina, hey. Stace on case. Courtney. Brian. My name's Brian. I just want to be friends. We're live. What is it like? I honestly didn't think people were gonna come through. It's kind of late. Stars is through Facebook. It's confusing. It's on Facebook. You go to the live stream and there's a little star at the bottom. They're trying to be like YouTube, but they're somewhat failing. They're getting there. So Lulu, thanks. Start the story, bro. It's about me, not anybody else. What story are you looking forward to? Want the head in the fridge? Want the missing woman that was found? Want the Q guy that killed his child for a conspiracy? Did you kill your kid over the QAnon? Maybe I can't even say that. We just stick to Q. Let me just talk to you guys. Let me talk to you guys. What's up, man? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I was like blurry. Yo, so I got a couple of stories, man. I just wanted to kind of pull up late night. Just got the baby girl to bed a little bit ago. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate that because those bonus stars, it'll help me earn extra at the end. I think the challenge right now for completing it, I'll get 275 from Facebook. That's awesome. Welcome from New Zealand. It's raining, thundering. I'm not even sure what order I want to go in. Let me just tell you, for the people that are here now, you might want to stay. Let me give you some incentive to stay. This is one of the stories. This lady, kudos to this lady, but she found, let me fix it over here. This person, she was like, hi, I'm assuming on substances, maybe somebody drugged her, or I don't know, PCP, or what. But we're going to take a look at that because there's a couple of videos. This woman was from Sacramento / Natomas. Now, this is not the woman from Texas. I don't believe it is, and I'll tell you. Well, when we get there, I'll tell you why. Because I don't see tattoos and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that because some people thought this was the missing woman from Texas. Joni, thank you. Kathy, thank you. Hey! Appreciate that. And Kathy's an actual supporter too. Sending this live to my friend in Australia. I need to do some more Australia stories. Austria. So let me just start off with something off the cuff, and then we're going to get into the head in the freezer. This is super brief, But this is some woman was attacked at a mobile gas station. Some of these stories were submitted by Sally in Discord. One of the stories was Silvio, and yeah, and somebody the Sacramento one was somebody that reached out to me on Facebook. So let's do this.
A woman was trying to walk inside this store when a man just walked up to her and started attacking her last night, and it all was caught on that camera.
A surveillance camera captured these terrifying moments of a rough robbery outside of a Chevron gas station. A Mobile woman ambushed, grabbed, and then eventually thrown to the ground.
For it to be right around the corner from where I live, I'm completely shaken up.
This all happening at the Chevron gas station at Azalea and Michael
Everybody's
around 7:30 last night. Raven Cheese wasn't here at the time, but she could have been. She says she's normally at the store at least 3 times a week.
This gas station, I felt like it was safe. It's well lit at all times, but you just never know where trouble is.
In the
we
video,
all need a gun.
You can
Everybody
see
could
the
have a gun now.
unidentified woman pull up to a gas pump, then get out of her car to walk inside. That's when police say 28-year-old Brandon Young grabbed her and lifted her in the air as he tried to rob her. The woman fought back, but was eventually thrown to the ground. Police say Young grabbed her keys and ran off before being arrested this morning.
It could have been me, so that's why you always have to watch. You have to look up, you know, be aware of your surroundings.
People are praying on people, man.
Wife, you know what I'm saying? They come here too.
This isn't the first time this gas station has made the news. Back in June, a clerk was held up as 2 men demanded money. Shots were fired, but nobody was hurt. The suspects got away with some cash.
I'm scared all the time to standing outside for a minute.
The gas station manager didn't want his face on camera, but says he wants to see more police in the area to keep people safe from those looking to cause trouble.
They do what they want to do.
Carolyn,
that's what it is. And people like us, people like innocent people
get
out every time. So all we need is just protect.
Despite the scary situation, she says she'll be back.
I'm still gonna come here and try to keep my eyes open.
Carolyn, thank you. Why is it not showing up on the screen? We're gonna get to the head freezer story now. I'm a little at source. No, alert. Should mess around with that now. Alert box. There we go. IE. Thank you. Let me do that one again too. Thanks. So let's start with this. Let's get into the real, what we came here for tonight. Head in the freezer story. All right. Head in the freezer. Carolyn, thank you again so much. I appreciate that. The stars goes a long way on Facebook. So there's this guy in Lancaster, PA. Okay. I got the best. There's a video, but I'm going to have to read this document. I like this one the best. It's quite a bit of reading, but it has the most details, I think. Hey, thank you. Terry, thank you too. Appreciate the super. That is a lot of love tonight. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I was almost going to go to sleep tonight instead of coming on here. All right. So let's talk about this weirdo, Lancaster, right? The guy that's living right next to you. PA man accused of dismembering body, stored limbs in basement, torso in car, and head in freezer. Okay, you know what? I feel like let's do this. How about that? Let's do that. A man accused of stabbing the heart and lungs of his father, his own father. Okay, that's why you got to keep these kids. Once you get kids in your house and they get older, you got to lock the door. I love my daughter, but I'm locking the door. In case one of these kids are going haywire. You don't know what's going on with these kids these days. Door's locked. I'm keeping shit under my bed, maybe behind, wherever. Door's locked. So a man accused of stabbing the heart and lungs of his father, then cutting off his head and limbs. Originally put the body parts in garage bags in the basement and parked the car, according to court records. The next day, Wednesday, Donald Meshey Jr., 32, told police that he retrieved the head and put it in his freezer on some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. All right. That's where it was seen atop a white plate by a relative who stopped by the home Wednesday morning in the 200 block of Strawberry Street. Thank you, Serafina. Super chat. Thank you, Mobo, Terry. Imagine that. Yeah, you're going to visit your weird uncle. You always knew there's some weird shit up with this guy. You pop in, hey, Donald. Hi, Donald. And it's just a plate with his father's head. on top of it. Court records obtained by Penn Live Thursday revealed new details about this grisly and a history of minor infractions filed against Meshey Jr. in the recent years. Earlier this year, District Judge in Lancaster County sentenced him to complete anger management counseling sessions after he pleaded guilty to shoving his sister in some boxes, but he failed to do so and instead had to pay the fines and court costs. Bruh. Police remained at the homicide scene Thursday inside the apartment, roped off with yellow tape as they continued to collect evidence. Police Chief Michael Winter said they hoped to finish gathering evidence and documenting the crime scene later on Thursday. According to the police news release issued Wednesday night, Meshey said he found what he described as a cadaver doll early Tuesday in his father's bed, which looked and sounded like his father. Here's homeboy right there. Homeboy. Weirdo. Not allowed to say that. It's not nice. Donald Lawrence Meshey, 32 years old. Meshey told investigators that he stabbed the cadaver doll with an 8 to 9 inch knife for 2 to 3 minutes, then used a 3-foot saw to dismember the body. I don't know if this is like a new thing these nuts are doing these days. Yes, towards the end of the stream, I have a couple of stories that I covered recently that you may have never even heard of. If you haven't heard about this woman, Thessalonica, she shot the husband, hit him in the spine. He was bleeding out to death. He's telling the kids, because she did it in front of the kids. She's telling the kids, hey, call 911. He's telling the kids, call 911. She told them no. He bleeds out to death. And then she has the kids help her clean the body. All right. How whacked out is that? And they were having trouble. They couldn't get the body into the car. All right. Meshey put the arms, legs, and head in a construction-sized garbage bag and put them in the basement. He said he put the torso in another large garbage bag and used a hand truck to take it outside and put it in the Lincoln Town car. The next day, after Meshey moved the head to the freezer, a relative saw the head and told police it looked exactly like a loved one. She called 911 just before 9 a.m. Police asked Meshey Jr. for a photo of the loved one, and police said the photo matched the head's appearance. Donald Meshey Sr., in his mid-60s, lived in that apartment on Strawberry Street since 1985. It's not clear how long the son lived there, but he had judgments filed against him at that address dating back to 2009. Police late Thursday identified the remains as belonging to Meshey Sr. Meshey, who worked as a truck driver, pleaded guilty in May to the summary offense of harassment for shoving his sister into some boxes earlier this year and was given the option for an alternate sentence to avoid court costs and fines. He was supposed to complete at least 6 sessions of anger management counseling by August 4th, but he failed to do so and instead paid the full fines and fees. The sister told police she sustained minor injuries in the February 12th incident at her home. A woman at her home Thursday declined to speak with Penn Live. In April, Meshey Jr. pleaded guilty to another citation of harassment for attacking a truck yard jockey at a Pepsi warehouse in Cumberland County. In that case, the jockey told police that he knocked on the side of a truck that was parked at the fuel pumps to tell the driver to move forward. He began walking away from the truck and then was attacked from behind by a man later identified as Meshey, some nut job that's been harassing and coming after a bunch of people in society. A troubled person. The attacker punched him in the lower back, shoulders, and face while shouting like, "Can't you let a man sleep?" Another yard jockey witnessed the assault, according to court records. When the second employee approached, the truck driver fled the yard, according to the court records. Police interviewed Mr. Meshey Jr. later that day by phone, and he admitted to physically assaulting the yard jockey, but said it was because he pushed him. The officer asked Meshey how he was pushed, and Meshey Jr. responded that he didn't know. He was just pushed, according to court records. Meshey also pleaded guilty in 2019 to criminal mischief for damaging property after driving through the gate at a transportation center in Delaware County and leaving the scene. Guy's a nut. He's a nut. I guess this is the place. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hitting like and sharing tonight. It's pretty cool. Thank you. Oh, low key, what's up, man? Oof. I saw you got into a whole bunch of stuff a while back. Welcome, dude. I hope you're doing all right. A woman who grew up with Meshey Jr. stopped by the crime scene Thursday after hearing the unsettling news. She told Penn Live she was shocked to hear Meshey, who she had not talked to in years, allegedly stabbed someone to death and cut up his body. Neighbors declined to be interviewed Thursday morning by Penn Live or other news outlets at the scene. They expressed horror and disbelief that such a horrific crime could possibly occur in their quiet city street. And that's it. Let's take a look at the video. It's kind of long, but I like that article because to me it was the most detailed. I briefly searched. I didn't check every single article, but that was kind of like the best one.
These charging documents.
If we do follow back with the story, I'll see if I can pull up. I'm sure I could pull up the records. And another time, though, not now.
Describe the murder at 202 West Strawberry Street in horrific detail. Police have charged 32-year-old Donald Meshey Jr. with stabbing his 67-year-old father to death and then dismembering the body.
It's a horrific scene.
Lancaster police officers called to 202 West Strawberry Street by a concerned relative Wednesday morning found the scene out of a horror movie. Court documents show Donald Meshey Jr. pulled a severed human head on a white dinner plate out of the freezer. Officers identified the victim as Meshey's father through pictures. The story the Sun told investigators grew darker from there.
He talked about what he described as a cadaver doll that was in the one bedroom.
Meshey Jr. says he stabbed the cadaver doll in the chest for a couple of minutes using a large knife, then using a handsaw dismembered the body, placing parts in garbage bags in a storage chest inside a car and in the basement of the house.
We're interviewing witnesses and family members, people that may have information, working on gathering video footage from around the area.
And Meshey Jr. is in the Lancaster County Prison being held without bail.
So we might follow back on that. That could be a story that kind of blows up. It just randomly came across my screen. We're going to touch on this in a second, too. This is nuts. Sally sent this, and this is a California dad killed his kids over Q and serpent DNA conspiracy theories. And I don't know anything about it, but I just saw this story and I thought it was interesting. I'm like, damn, some of these people really are that crazy, bro. So there's a video to go along with this. We're going to read up a little bit about that. So that's coming up. This story, this is another. Sally has kind of been sending some interesting stuff. This is another story that we're going to just watch this now. Maybe you guys have seen this. Maybe you haven't. These are all recent stories, nothing old, brand new stories. All right. And so this woman wants to speak out after falsely being accused by the Scottsdale police. And I've seen a little bit of this. I haven't seen the whole thing, but this is insane. I'm going to start small because I don't want them to claim the video. But yeah, check this shit out, bro.
And how awful would this be? You're out in Scottsdale for dinner or drinks and some random person does this.
Then you come back to your car to find the window smashed and you have no idea why. Now imagine you flag down a police officer for help and you end up getting handcuffed and arrested for a hit and run you didn't commit.
That's exactly what happened to an Innocent Valley woman. She was stripped naked, had blood forcibly drawn, and her mugshot splashed all over the internet. Tonight, she shares her story with ABC 15 investigator Dave Biscabing.
It raises serious concerns about officers who refuse to listen and take a few extra minutes to learn the truth.
For the moment where it was like, oh my God, I've lost control. It's over.
Yes, exactly when he told me to put my hands behind my back, and I did, and that's when everything went black.
And that's because for the past 45 minutes, nothing Yessie Garcia said or did mattered. She was repeatedly called a liar and falsely accused by Scottsdale police. We'll get back to her arrest in a moment, but first, let's...
Body cam actually says 2020 May. So I guess maybe this actually happened in May, but this whole thing blew up right now. So I don't know if they just released it now.
Start at the beginning. May 24th, 2020, Yessie and her then boyfriend park in this spot around 8:45 p.m. Then around 10:02, This guy decides to jump on the hood and stomp on the windshield before running off. Yessie gets back to her car about an hour later.
The windshield was just shattered, and I was just kind of shocked.
No idea what happened?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I was kind of shocked, and at that time there was some police officers on their bicycles not too far from there, and we got them.
Is this your car, you said?
Now here's what the couple didn't know. A half hour earlier, police were called to a hit-and-run pedestrian crash. And here's a map. This is where Yessie's car was parked. This was the hit-and-run. They're 0.3 miles apart. So when police saw the smashed windshield, case closed. And as you're about to see, nothing was going to change their mind.
I know that you're talking about.
This is the first thing a supervisor, Sergeant Brian Steele, tells Yessie.
Your car was just involved in a hit-and-run collision where a pedestrian was hit. And don't make faces like you don't know what I'm talking. But listen to me.
Oh my God.
Listen
Okay.
to me. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony. This isn't my first day. I know that you were driving and you were worried about it because you're drinking. If you
Well, I
continue,
came
listen
to get
me.
my cigarettes. You can ask the hi-fi security guard. Like,
Then how did your car have damage on your
I
windshield?
have no idea.
Okay.
I
If
have
you
no
listen to
idea.
me, because of the nature of the incident and the injuries, if you continue to say we don't know that you're driving and you don't know what happened to your car, we're going to do DNA tests and all sorts of other
Absolutely,
things to the
yes.
car, and it's going to show that you were in the driver's seat. But the
It's
problem is,
listen.
Her friend got the same treatment.
I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me. The problem is as you guys left, were involved in a collision, you
we did not.
panicked,
No, we did
you
not.
pulled over here.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Okay.
You cannot pin that. You're not pinning that on us because that is not.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
You're not
saying that this vehicle
listen,
was involved.
Listen,
in
stop
a hit and
talking
run.
for a second. You're not listening to me.
Officers refused to believe they had just come from a nightclub and had been there for hours.
Let me show you the transactions. Let me show you the transactions.
I don't need to see the transactions.
Why? Why? Because it validates my truth?
No, there's evidence that you can't dispute.
That's not evidence about anything.
There's a person that hit the windshield.
Nobody hit the windshield.
Okay.
This car.
All right.
That's got to be an insane position to be in when you know you had nothing to do with it. You leave your car, you just park, you come back, your shit's smashed, and you call the cops for help. You know, they see your car, and that's it. You're the person that did the hit and run.
I'm not going to argue with you, man.
Won't
Supposedly, these cops watched the video too.
argue, but police would lie to him
surveillance.
repeatedly.
I already know she was driving. I'm not stupid. We have witnesses and we have cameras. I'm trying to help protect you guys now because now you're lying to us. She has glass on her clothing like an explosion, like small shards of glass.
Sir, did you have glass on your shirt?
No, not at all.
Body camera video shows officers shining flashlights on Yessie, claiming they see glass on her top.
If you look from the angle, there's little specks of it on her shirt. Yeah.
Bro, this is nuts. Nuts.
And like we said earlier, leading to her arrest, there was nothing Yessie could say or do to change their mind.
I said I didn't do this. That's all I could say, and yeah, I just wanted them to believe me.
She was taken to the station, and because they claimed glass was on her clothes, Yessie says she had to strip naked.
Pretty embarrassing and just humiliating.
Was that before or after they took your blood?
That was the first thing, and then they walked me out. They sat me down in this chair.
She asked to see the warrant first, but Officer Ben Roberson refused.
Okay, can I see that?
When we're done, I don't have time to waste you reading documents. I've served you, that's all I need to do. And if you don't put your arm out, you're gonna be strapped down. We don't want that. Put your arm out so we don't have to tie you down like an animal.
He also misses her vein and then blames
Oh
her.
my
See?
God.
You made me miss by moving.
I cannot stand people that don't know what the hell they're doing when they're trying to draw blood. Or please, they need to get rid of these people. It's it's one of those things that I just loathe. Give me somebody else. I can't stand that. You're not practicing on me, and you're not practicing on my child. There's these nurses too that can't do it on a child. Please don't practice on yourselves. Don't practice on me, okay? I can't stand people that do that. And then you ever seen people? They're moving around the needle. They're trying to like find it. Fuck out of here, yo. Give me somebody else. So tired of that. I can't stand people like that, yo. Get another profession, please. Test it on yourself. Test it on your buddies and your friends. Don't test it on patients or people or whatever.
What else police missed or ignored? This video, obvious, indisputable proof that Yessie is innocent. Officers had this surveillance video before she was handcuffed or brought to the station. An officer went to a nearby building, spoke to a security guard, had him pull up the footage.
The call came out at 10:48. So if we go back to like 10:40.
In the police report, Officer Nicholas Fay wrote, video review was inconclusive to show if the vehicle had left and come back or remained there the entire time based on the constant pan of the camera. But that's not true. The camera pans back and forth about every 30 seconds, and the car always there. Police arrested Yessie for 2 counts of DUI and failure to stop at the scene of an accident causing injury or death.
I couldn't believe it. I had cooperated. I had done everything that they asked me to. I guess the fact that they just wouldn't check the cameras.
Several days after her arrest, Yessie hired a defense attorney who tracked down his own copy of the video and sent police a timestamp version. That's when Scottsdale dropped the charges. But the damage was done because the morning after her arrest, her mugshot already on the news and all over the internet, even the New York Daily News. Yessie filed a lawsuit in late May, but she's dropping the suit. Attorneys tell her because of qualified immunity, it will be too difficult to hold the officers accountable.
Why are we sitting down here? Why is this a story you're willing to tell?
To clear my name. Clear my name, and even for don't believe everything. I know everyone says that, but really you have no idea what that person in that mugshot really just went through.
If you didn't park in a spot with a surveillance video, I don't think that you're sitting here in front of me. No. I think there's a good chance you're in prison right now.
Right.
That's why, despite everything that happened, Yessie still considers herself lucky.
My heart goes out to all those people that aren't able to be as lucky as I am. That's a hard thought.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
When we reached out to Scottsdale for comment, a spokesperson told us the case was dropped only because the hit-and-run victim declined to prosecute, not because Garcia was actually innocent.
Oh, please. Are you kidding me, yo?
The department's credit, when we later sent video of the windshield stop, the spokesperson followed up with the following statement. Thank you for bringing that portion of the video to our attention. This video does bring up questions that need to be answered. This incident occurred 14 months ago. However, our new chief, Jeff Walter, takes these matters very seriously and has asked for a formal internal affairs investigation to fully review the incident.
Disgusting. Oh, by the way, we're not going to do that tonight, but that's a new Judd video. Grady Judd.
A murder suspect and his wife.
So, I mean, who knows? We'll see where we go tonight. We'll leave that for last. Let's get to what I plan to cover first, and then we'll get there. Oh, this is oh my god. Let's check this out real quick since it's short. But this is just another thing to the weirdos. The weirdos. Some of the people that are here, you might have seen the video that I did at Target where there was this guy in the bathroom. He started saying things to me super loud. He was agitated. I walked out. When I came back, I told security. Security told me he was talking to some younger female teenagers, started yelling at them and trying to hit on them. I don't know. I caught this guy in the parking lot. He was doing the same thing to another woman. I confronted him. That video's on the channel. But this is another local story. Check this out. Short clip. Everybody needs to be aware. Everybody needs to be aware. And if you haven't seen the video that I covered earlier today, definitely go and check these two out. This Kansas City man that's missing. I'm telling you, the men out here, you guys are targets too. All right? Keep playing. The men are targets too. All right? Let's get to this video.
Who was with her daughter in Boca Raton. So could this be the same man linked to similar cases in Parkland? Local 10 News reporter Roy Ramos is live with the details. Roy.
Similar cases in Parkland.
Nicole, we first told you about these disgusting crimes happening about 2 miles away from where we are standing in the city of Parkland. Well, Palm Beach County Sheriff deputies say it happened again, this time right here in this intersection. A driver exposing himself, this time to a mother and daughter. That suspect now behind bars. You are looking at the mugshot of 54-year-old.
Look at that face. My God. There was some other guy, another local guy too, a separate story. This guy would be taking care of himself in the car with the windows open, following joggers, chasing after women. He'd be like on a schedule. He'd go to different neighborhoods. Allegedly, he'd be parking out of school zones to where kids are walking. He'd be taking care of himself right where the kids are walking by. Another weirdo. Different story. Jesus.
Old Anthony Allen Sesany. He is who Palm Beach County Sheriff deputies said exposed himself to a mother and daughter near the intersection of Southwest 18th Street and Lyons Road last Thursday night. Fortunately, that mother was able to get a tag number, and deputies were able to track Sesany down and arrest him Tuesday.
Everywhere.
You may remember when I told you about 2 other incidents happening on that same day, just 2 miles away in Parkland near the intersection of Hillsborough Boulevard and State Road 7. 2 women reporting a man in a late model green Ford, the same description of the vehicle Sesany drives, had exposed himself. Roy Ramos, Local 10 News. I went to his Boca Raton home, and while his car was parked outside, no one was home. His neighbors, on the other hand,
It's disgusting, yeah.
not surprised to hear of the latest allegations, knowing Sesany had been arrested for exposing himself near children in 2003.
He'd go to a school bus area where the kids were getting on to school, and he'd be behind the bushes.
You heard that? You heard that? I'm telling you, these people, he's caught one time. He's probably done that 100 times. There was another guy. I might have to do a whole series on this stuff with these people, pull up their court records. Because the thing with these guys, there's a lot of sightings and police reports, but they can't directly match it. They just can match the description, the car, and people just report it until they finally do something when they kind of get caught and they can get circumstantial evidence.
2003. He'd go to a school bus area where the kids were getting on to school, and he'd be behind the bushes exposing himself. So
I'm telling you.
I'm really surprised.
Neighbor Anthony Ratcliffe says he was always someone families would watch out for. Investigators with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office telling Local 10 they believe Sesany may have committed other indecent...
Look at this dude. He's over here. His head's on the back. I guess this is the photo of him taking care of himself. He's over here laying back in the seat, looking through the rear view. One hand on the steering wheel and the other, I guess on his junk.
Exposure incidents in Broward County as he awaits to see if he will be linked to those crimes. It's neighbors like Ratcliffe who is hoping he will stay behind bars.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
And that suspect does face 1 count of indecent exposure.
He's probably already out.
We have reached out to the Broward County Sheriff's Office to find out if he will face additional charges. We're still waiting to hear back. As of right now, he does remain behind bars.
All right, next story, next creeper. So let's talk about this whole situation. The Sacramento / Natomas woman that was found. Now, we're gonna watch the video clips. There are some people that thought it was this woman. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. I don't know if it's possible. No, you know what? Let's see. Hold on. I think Momo sent me. It'd be nice if I could do a side by side, but I don't have time right now to do that. Let me see. Okay. Some people thought it was Shateria. It's a woman that went missing recently in Texas. Let me just pull up the video real quick. I've been covering a lot of stories, man. Make sure you guys turn on notifications. It's just, you probably missed a bunch of them. If you support me, you probably missed half of these videos that I've been doing. But this one here, Shateria, okay? This is a Texas woman that went missing. Mysterious, and that's a whole thing that I'm not even going to get into right now. But this is what she looks like, okay? And this woman in Sacramento, and you can see there's like visibly no tattoos, none of that stuff. I mean, unless she got that after, but. And you can see, I can do side by side, kind of. Somewhat. What do you guys think? Not the same woman, right? I saw somebody post her picture in the comment section of that. I would say because of these tattoos. Plus, one's in Texas, and the other one isn't Sacramento, like California or something? Where's Sacramento? Or is there multiple Sacramentos? Where's Natomas? What place is that? I never heard of that before. Natomas. Or Natomas. Natomas. Yeah, California. Okay, so they're all like in the area of Sacramento, California. So completely different places, but the thing is, they think that this other girl may have been trafficked. But let me just read you the description and I'll show you some of the videos. And really salute to this lady, Donnie. She did a great thing because she could have just left this woman hanging. They could have just ignored her. Maybe a lot of people would have. 8:11, 7:30 p.m. Does anybody know in Natomas know her? This is somebody, baby. My husband spotted her, came and got me. We stayed with her until ambulance and police arrived. Took 35 minutes. She's in need of mental help at this point. She can't tell me her name or anything. Then she said, Hosea. I'm sure her family's looking for her. Update. Ambulance finally came. We're taking her to the hospital due to vitals. I hope they find her family. She was so incoherent. But she said she's 20s. She's 20. Okay, and the other woman from Texas, I think is she 20 or 20 something? Let me see real quick. I got a bunch of notes. Oh yeah. Okay, I see why people were wondering, because this woman from Texas is 20, but because of the tattoos, I don't think it's her unless the pictures they gave us were outdated. Right? What do you guys say? You live in Natomas? Natomas? Natomas. All right. Location: Arena Boulevard in Truxell, Natomas, Sacramento. 8:12. Her brother put a post up looking for her. I messaged that. I'm trying to get in contact with her. So I don't know. The ambulance came, but I don't know if her family got to her or not. We're going to take a look at some of the clips. You know, she clearly looks under the influence, high, or, you know. Let me see if I could do a bigger image. You know, probably on, I don't know what she would be on. Laughing at Alexa. Yeah, man. Had somebody seen this woman like this that wanted to
Come here.
really take
Come show me
advantage?
your dance. Lord Jesus, I just ask that you just protect her.
Somebody could take her. She wouldn't know where she's at.
In the name of Jesus. Somebody looking for you, Mama. Who looking for you right now? Who looking for you?
There's another clip too.
How'd you get here? Did you get dropped off here? Who dropped you off? Was it a guy?
I hope nobody. Oh, thank God.
Okay, I know you're practicing, but I want you to be safe. How did you get here? How'd you get here? Was it a guy in that car that keep passing by? Is that how
Please keep it inside.
you got here?
Oh my God. Okay, good. There she is again.
Nobody looking for you? I'm sure somebody looking for you. Your family? You got sisters? Don't run. Come dead. Don't run.
Yeah, definitely on something.
Come here. Come dance for me. Show me how you dance. Come dance for me. Hold up. Hey.
This is Sacramento, California.
Come on. Slow down.
Some of the stories that I've covered recently, the women were on stuff. And they visited different places. You know, I don't know if people gave them stuff. Some of the women, a couple of women on the channel that we covered. Oh, God. the ambulance.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, dude? We need to know your name, please. Tell us.
Yeah.
Her shoes and her belongings are right over there.
Okay, thank you. You said down by the sign over there?
Yeah, the woman that recorded this, her husband saw her.
Who knows?
Saw this woman, and they're the ones that called 911. And they've been trying to reach out to the family. And my chat's all jacked up. Not her, right? Yeah, all the tattoos and stuff. I don't think so either. They have like similar body types, but I don't think so. So that's that story, man. I don't know what the turnout was. Like, this woman and the husband, kudos to them for what they did, because, you know, anybody could have just kept driving, could have kept ignoring, you know, just gone about their day, not want to deal with it. You know, they might have saved her life. Anybody could have came and taken her, and, you know, against her will. The last post that she said was her brother put a post up looking for her. I was messaged that I'm trying to get in contact. So I don't know if she got in contact or not, but salute to Dione and her husband. Kudos. Okay. Okay. Let's do this California story. I don't know what is going on, okay? So this guy, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Q people. California dad killed his kids over Q and serpent DNA conspiracy theories, feds claim. They claim. A California surfing school owner who was charged with killing his two children in Mexico is a follower of the Q and the Illuminati conspiracy. I don't even know if I could say those words that flagged this video. Who thought the children were going to grow into monsters, so he had to kill them. Federal officials alleged. Matthew Taylor Coleman, 40, was charged Wednesday with foreign murder of U.S. nationals in connection with the death of his 2-year-old son and his 10-month-old daughter. According to the U.S. Attorney Office for the Central District of California, authorities said Coleman confessed to the killings and told the FBI that he used a spear fishing gun to stab them. Wow. Used a spear fishing gun to stab them. I feel like I have an idea in my head of what that looks like. I mean, I've seen that. Spear. Let me just show you guys real quick. If anybody doesn't know. Spear gun. Oh my God. Spear fishing gun. It looks like this. In case for anybody that doesn't know. All right. This guy uses that. A criminal complainant alleges that he told the FBI that he killed his children because he believed they were going to grow into monsters, and believed that that conspiracy theories led him to believe that his wife had passed down her serpent DNA to the children. Coleman's wife, identified only by her initials, contacted Santa Barbara police after her husband had taken the kids out on Saturday, but didn't tell her where they were going. The complaint said. She grew concerned after he failed to respond to her messages, and knowing that her husband didn't have a car seat with him, she called the police. So he left without a car seat, huh? No car seat. A missing persons report was filed Sunday, and officers asked her to use Apple's Find My iPhone feature to see where she could have I can't read. Coleman. The complainant said the program showed Coleman's last known location was Rosarito, Mexico, it said. Police alerted the FBI to the investigation as it became a case of suspected parental kidnapping, which happens a lot. There was a story that I covered in Spain where this guy, I think it was Spain, the guy went to go pick up the kids from the ex-wife or something like that. And he took the kids and took them into the ocean and killed them. They disappeared. And he was never found. I got to check out if there's any updates with that. The kid, I forgot how because he weighted the kids down. He took them to a boat, weighted the kids down in some bags, duffel bags or whatever, sank it to the bottom of the ocean. I guess they tracked GPS or whatever to the boat. They found the stuff at the bottom of the ocean. So one had a child inside, the other child, because it was two kids. The bag was open, and so I guess, I don't know, the child floated out into the ocean, but they never found this guy. So they don't know if he's alive, he's dead, nothing. Caroline, thank you for the stars. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. Pretty K. Oh, snap, Pretty K. What's up? Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. I hope you're doing amazing. All right, so let me focus. I'm all over the place. Coleman was detained Monday after an inspection of the Border Protection agents of his van upon reentry into the U.S., where agents didn't see his children and found blood in the vehicle. So they got, because he re-entered. I was going to say, because they got agents to find him, but they can't control the border? Okay. So this is forensic technicians at the scene where two young U.S. children were found dead in Rosarito, Mexico, on Monday. The complaint alleges that Coleman confessed to the killings upon being interviewed Monday and gave authorities the location of the murder weapon and the discarded bloody clothing. He also identified two bodies recovered by Mexican authorities as those of his children. A judge ordered that Coleman be held without bond Wednesday and scheduled his arraignment for August 31st. So maybe we'll follow up on this story too. According to the complaint, Coleman said that he knew what he did was wrong, but that it was the only course of action that would save the world. Wow. Serpent DNA is likely to be a reference to the lizard people, which falsely purports that reptilian aliens secretly run the world and have taken over important positions in the government, banking, and Hollywood. Listen, the reptilian thing, that is a whole nother conversation. I have a friend that's really into that stuff and the alien stuff and all that. Whatever you believe, bruh, the hell are you killing your kids for? The heck? The complaint says that Coleman told authorities that he learned about the serpent DNA through Q and Illuminati conspiracy theories, even though the lizard people conspiracy theory predates both by several decades. The believers in each group have melded together over the last several years because conspiracy theory influencers and algorithms on social media frequently lump the theories together. He was a more recent conspiracy theory premised on the belief that a similar global cabal, which that was actually, I think, a really good video. Somebody sent me that. At the top of the U.S. government is secretly murdering and eating children, and that Donald Trump was quietly working to defeat them during his time. I think he did a lot, though, to combat some of that stuff with kids. I think. I'd have to really research that. Anthony Quinn Warner, who bombed his own... I remember that. I never got to cover that. That was a weird thing, too, this guy. You guys remember that? This guy that bombed the AT&T building? Anthony Quinn Warner, who bombed his own RV outside the AT&T building in Nashville, Tennessee on Christmas Day, claimed that lizard people were coming to take over the world. Oh, well, Hollywood and the U.S. government. Warner died and 3 other people were injured. Imagine planning this. I mean, I guess his intent, he gave people a warning too, right? He had the whole speaker thing. Yeah. They said he drove that RV with a loudspeaker. He had the speaker on and he gave everybody heads notice. So I guess his intention wasn't really to kill or hurt people. Maybe it was just for the AT&T towers. Let's check out the video clip.
102 in June.
Oh, no. Ooh, I thought that was for the... Oh, not allowed to talk about that. Bro, anytime I say anything about that, the views drop. I get shadow banned for like a week, 2 weeks. Wrong video. Let's scroll down. Can't say nothing about that.
QAnon picking up some new momentum. Its followers are running for school boards and local offices, spreading the gospel of Q, but not calling it QAnon, according to NBC News senior reporter Ben.
I guess it's not a video for the story. I thought it was a video for the story.
Issues on their.
No. So I'm going to leave that at that. We might follow up on this someday with this guy, especially if he goes to trial, because I want to cover some trial stuff, man. I want to cover some trial stuff. As far as videos, we can watch this last. Oh, no, wait. Let me not mess with Tampa Bay, that company. Let me get the other video. That company, these people watch my channel, and they manually make claims anytime I play their videos. Fox 13 Tampa Bay. Not today, buddy. Not today. Not tonight. Okay, let me switch to the alternative. All right. We're implying this. Give me 1 second. I got it right here. I just don't want to mess with that, dude, because these people really harass me sometimes, dude. Whoever's running the Tampa Bay, and this is what I really think some of these media companies should do, hire some YouTubers. Whoever's running this site, they actually know what they're doing, I think, with the titles and the thumbnails and stuff like that. Now, whoever that is probably watching right now. It's like, damn. Can't get him. Damn it.
And it's
So let's check this out. Sheriff Grady Judd talks about illegal towing bust involving accused murderer. Okay, let's check it out, man. You guys want to watch this? He is my guy too. He's still my guy. Don't say that too loud though. People unsubscribe.
Outline what I think is a wake-up call for everyone that may be in the business to
Crooked Tow Company,
rent
huh?
property, have signed contracts, and I want to ask everyone to take a deep dive into
You should
their
be
heart
cloned.
and their soul about, are you really running your business ethically and morally as well as you can? And here's what occurred. Stoll Mobile Home Park signed a contract with a towing company called Strapped Towing Recovery.
Yeah, it did. The
And
rap
the
thing.
purpose was so that Stoll could keep the mobile home park clean. For those of you who may not be familiar with running mobile home parks, it's easy to collect derelict vehicles, and as a result of that, people don't want to live there. So Stoll was being responsible when they signed a contract. But you can have a contract, and then you can have a contract. So on May the 15th and 16th, our contract company called up and showed up and began searching the community for any vehicle that was in violation of the ordinance. Well, they made a tow on the 16th. It's interesting, they showed up late in the evening and they towed a Suzuki from the carport. Now understand, these folks had their vehicle in their carport, backed in, but it did not have a tag on the vehicle. So the employees of Strapped Towing were actually going not only through the park, but walking up in people's carports and looking to see if the vehicle had a tag on it. The vehicle was operational and running. It was this particular vehicle was a Suzuki, and Strapped backed up and starts to tow the vehicle out of the parking lot. The owners come out and say, hey, don't tow our vehicle away. And they go, you sign a contract to live here. The contract says that you have to have a valid registration. They tried to bring a tag out. They asked if they could get their car back.
Is this one good? Do you guys know if this one's good? Is it interesting or is it not really? This one, I haven't watched this. I just saw it. Let me know.
The owner of the company and the tow truck driver, Michael Den, refused to let them have their vehicle. And he towed it away despite the consternation and request by the owners. So away the vehicle went at about 11:30 at night. So the next day, on the 17th, the afternoon of the 17th, two families go to this tow company in Mulberry, Florida, to retrieve their vehicles. And there's another disturbance. Well, it starts out rather peaceful when they tell the employee that's there, we want our vehicle. One of them paid like $265, the other paid like $300. How there was two different prices of tows from the same place, we don't know. The storage yard was more than 10 miles away, from the tow location. That is a violation of law.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Anyway, they paid, and we'll talk about Juan for a minute. Juan Muriel and that group paid to get the vehicle back. But the vehicle was in the back of the storage lot, and the battery was dead. Now, according to them, the battery worked, the vehicle ran when it was towed away, but now the battery's dead. So the employee calls Michael Den and Elisa Den, who are at this particular time in Bartow eating dinner, and said, hey, these folks want their vehicle back. They've paid the price. And they go, well, we're eating dinner. We'll be there in a little while. So they finished eating in Bartow, and then they drove all the way back to Mulberry. And an argument ensued because Michael now wants to charge them another fee to hook up to their car in the back of the tow yard and tow it out front.
What?
So an argument ensues. Subsequent to the argument, Juan, who has a 14-year-old young lady in the car, drives the vehicle that he arrives in down to the corner, drops off a 14-year-old girl, spins around in the car, charges back where there people are arguing in the road, and runs into Michael Den, swerves and hits Michael Den's brother, injuring him. Then he spins the car around, jumps out of the vehicle. Michael Den approaches him, shoots him, and kills him. Of course, the sheriff's office is notified. We respond. Michael Den says, I'm standing my ground, I'm standing my ground. And we go, what do you mean you're standing your ground? The victim, Juan Muriel certainly would have been arrested had you simply called the sheriff's office for charging back in the vehicle and hitting your brother. But when the car spins to a stop and Juan gets out of the vehicle without a firearm, and you shoot him ultimately in the back of the head and kill him, as he's walking clearly with nothing in his hands, posing no immediate threat, that's not stand your ground. So he was arrested. That caused our detectives, both our homicide detectives, who also got our Northwest District detectives involved, going, what happened? What was the genesis of this problem? Well, it was an over-aggressive tow company. That's where it started. We also learned that in addition to towing this car that by the contract they signed to live there was technically a legitimate tow, but it wasn't the spirit of the intent of the process. The spirit of the rule simply is that you don't want derelict vehicles collected in the mobile home park. But this guy and his team that was there had flashlights walking up underneath people's carport to see what they could see, and found this one without a tag on it and towed it away. Well, not only did they tow that one, we found where they've towed 19.
Yeah.
They towed this vehicle, totally separate incident. Do you know why they towed that vehicle? They said it was parked on the grass. And there is an authorization by Stoll Mobile Home Park if you want to park a second vehicle. If you put down a gravel area, then that's permissible. Well, they parked on the gravel area that they created that was allowed by Stoll Mobile Home Park, and still this tow firm towed their vehicle away. They said, well, there was grass growing up through the gravel, so they had parked on the grass. That's nasty. I just, like in Polk County vernacular, that just ain't right. So we got to investigating, and our detectives did a remarkable job. There is a law that says that a tow truck has to have specific markings on the side. Name, address, DOT numbers. Newsflash, this didn't have any markings on the side. Further investigation revealed that, yes, some tows were technically, contractually appropriate, but then look how the people got treated when they came there and paid their $265 and $300. That's what caused this entire event to deteriorate into what was ultimately a shooting and us charging Michael with second-degree murder. Well, guess what? Yesterday was the next phase of an investigation by our property crimes detectives when we arrested Elisa Den and Michael Den, who owns Strapped Transport Towing and Recovery Company, with 19 counts of towing outside of a 10-mile radius. That's a third-degree felony. Elisa was charged with 2 counts of improperly marked tow vehicle. Michael was charged with 19 counts plus 2 counts, plus he was charged, it's a felony because the state law says, hey, if in the process of the tow.
I think I'm going to let this play for 1 or 2 more minutes and then maybe move on to something else, and I could put the link down below. I mean, it's interesting and it's a great thing because in a lot of places they probably wouldn't care. So I think a couple more minutes and then I'll just put the link below after, or you guys can search. You guys know Sheriff Grady Judd. I always forget his first name.
The people want their vehicle back. You have to tell them and offer a reduced fee of no more than half price to let them have the car back. Now I want you to think about this for a minute. Had Michael Den, even though he was technically correct, even though he was ethically and morally bankrupt when he towed that vehicle out from under the garage or the carport, had he followed the law and given them the opportunity to pay half the fee that night, that murder the next day never would have occurred. His brother never would have been hit. And when they came to get the car...
Yeah. All right, yeah, let's cut this one for now. If you guys want to see the rest, you can go check it out. There's 2 more off clips we can watch, and then we'll call it a night, because I know some people got to go to work. Tomorrow's Friday, which is amazing. Let's check out 2... Let's see what this is. I don't even know what this is, man. We're just rolling the dice. 2 videos, and we'll call it. This is Karen resists arrest at the bank, and cops take her down. This is a recent video. She got a mask on. Let me get the better, just a small screen, I guess. Let's check it out. What happened here? It's pretty small. Let me see if I can.
Okay. Ma'am.
Super small.
I'll say if they ask you to leave, you have to leave.
Have I seen this? This is old, I think.
Well, then you have to abide by the rules, and you have to have a
This
mask
is old.
on.
I've seen this.
It's not. Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice. Awesome. Well, you need to go and get a mask and then take your money out. You're not allowed to do. Ma'am, listen, we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way.
What are you going to do, arrest me?
Yes, for intruding on premises.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we have seen this, right?
Yeah, and you believe in this?
I believe in it.
Do you believe in this?
The laws, yes.
The law says that I do not have to wear a mask.
You can not in public, but you're not in public. You're not in public.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue with you about this. This is not a public place. This is a private business. No, you're not. We're going to go outside.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to come up with a movie for tomorrow.
Well, I don't know because
let's walk go outside.
you've got some issues.
I've got issues.
That you're taking away people's human rights.
Okay.
Oh,
let's go
now
outside.
is
Let's
he
go
going to
outside.
shoot me, people? Is he
No.
going to shoot me for trying not to breathe?
Cool.
Come on, dude.
Don't don't do that.
No.
Do not touch me. Who do you think you are?
Point 10. One
Oh, back up, back up. Some old lady is getting handcuffed here.
Jesus.
Here, people. Ow.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do a vote
Are
tomorrow.
you?
Hands behind your back. Say it. You don't stop resisting. Stop.
Are you gonna? Is anybody gonna like get real here? Really?
Relax.
No one's gonna get real. Wow.
Come on.
Oh, you're gonna smash my head to the ground now? Now you're smashing my arm into my private area?
Your private area?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my back, sir.
This one. Turn over on your stomach. Put your hand behind your back.
Christ.
Relax.
I'm totally relaxed. You're the one.
No, you are not relaxed. Not relaxed at all.
Right here, people. No, it's not. Wow, what a bunch of sheep. Okay, I hope someone's filming this. You're hurting me.
Oh, I'm filming it.
This is like
Yeah,
this is
okay.
like cutting me.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand yourself up.
And how do you suggest, sir? I am like a 65-year-old woman here.
Okay.
What
Sit
are
up.
you doing?
Stand up.
Ayúdame, por favor.
Stand up.
Ayúdame, por favor.
Oh, they're talking Spanish too.
Are you trying to speak Spanish to people?
Ayúdame, por favor.
Stand up.
There are people that can't talk Spanish when they try to speak Spanish. Ayúdame.
I'm not happy.
I don't know. I remember seeing that. It doesn't have the same. I was like, eh. Last video. If this, I don't even know. This is a male. Karen refuses to leave store. I don't know what happened. 7 minutes long. If it's whack, we cut it.
So you're kicking me out of this store for not wearing a mask, and you won't give me a mask.
I don't have any masks here.
You have no masks in this store.
I do not have a mask available to you right now.
So why would you have that rule and not have any masks? Doesn't that seem retarded?
You need a mask.
What's that?
It's company policy that you need a mask to be in our location.
What about fanny packs? Do you have any fanny packs?
I do not sell fanny packs.
Fanny packs.
You can leave the store if you are not
Call the
willing to wear a
cops.
mask.
Call the cops to make me leave.
You can leave the store if you're not willing to wear a mask.
I just want to do my business, purchase what I want to purchase, and leave.
And we are choosing not to do business with you today.
Great. Call the cops to make me leave then.
Can you please leave the store?
That's a good question, Sin. I don't know.
Give me a mask. You have masks around here somewhere.
I don't have masks.
Bullshit. You're telling me this big giant warehouse of a store. You don't have a mask here.
I don't have a mask for you
So I'm willing to go outside, take my shirt off, and tie it around my face like a fucking moron. And that's not good enough for you either.
As per our sign that's on the outside of the building, it says you need to be wearing
Discord link. I'll put it.
A 3-layer mask.
Yep.
The fuck is a 3-layer mask?
A standard non-medical mask.
So a piece of fabric. A piece of fabric. That's what you're wearing on your face right now, is a piece of fabric. You're not wearing a respirator. You sell respirators here, I assume. This is a spraying store. You don't sell respirators in the store that sells sprayers.
Oh, we don't have this on.
So you'd have no mask in this store.
No, we don't.
You sell safety gear.
Does it sound different now? Oh my god, I didn't even have the audio modification on. I forgot. How does that sound? What is that? Too deep? I don't know.
Yeah.
But no
Do you
masks.
want to leave the store, please?
Call the cops. Tell them to come down to make me leave.
Do you want to leave the store, please?
No, I don't want to leave. I want to do my business.
Well,
I've been in here now for 10 minutes. I want to purchase a pressure gauge and leave.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do business with you today without a mask.
Then call the cops to make me leave. I'm just going to stand here. Call them.
Why do you have to be difficult?
You're being difficult.
Oh, shit.
I'm not being difficult. I'm following our company policies.
I'm willing to wear a mask. You don't supply them. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't supply masks. You want me to wear something on my face that you don't supply. Is that not retarded? If you wanted people to come in here and wear masks, why wouldn't you have a box of masks?
It's a company policy.
But your company's not smart enough to have a box of masks.
I don't have a mask for you today.
Not today.
No.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Do you think this would be a smart idea to have if you want people to wear shit on their face when they come into your establishment, not to have a box of them? Because right now, both of you are wearing just fabric on your faces.
We are wearing a non-medical mask.
You're wearing a piece of fucking fabric on your face, like a fool. I'm not swearing at you.
You are.
You're wearing a piece of fabric on the face, like a cuckold.
Now you're calling me names.
You're a cuckold. You're wearing a mask on your face. Is this a sexual fetish you have? Like, is it a sexual fetish wearing the mask on your face?
You can leave.
No, call the cops to make me leave.
Okay, I will.
Okay, good. Call them. This is fucking ridiculous.
Please don't swear, sir.
No problem.
Supply me a mask. I'm willing to go outside and tie a shirt around my face.
I'm not swearing at you. There's no reason for you to swear at me.
Why would you not supply a mask?
This is I don't know what kind of store this is. Called 911, I think.
Supply me a mask if you want me to wear one.
I would have just left. Or buy a mask somewhere else. Buy a mask and come back if you really have to go there.
I've now been in here 10 minutes. I could have purchased the one item I was looking for and been out of here in 30 seconds. But weak little men like you who wear masks on their face like to think this gives them a little bit of power because there's something wrong with you. And you know what? I bet there is a box of masks sitting like right under your desk. Because not to have masks in here.
Is he gonna go look?
For your employees.
My God, yeah.
And then mandate it on your window would be retarded.
So weird, yo. I just wouldn't stand there. Just
Spare Parts Warehouse on St. James Street here. We've got a company policy that customers have to wear a mask, and I have a customer in the store telling me that I should call the cops because he will not leave.
Supply me a mask. I'm willing to wear a mask. I'm willing to wrap my shirt around my face.
And he's yelling and calling names and saying that we're retarded and that he's going to time.
You're a liar.
1435.
You're a liar. I'm willing to wear a mask. You won't supply me with one. I'm willing to wrap my t-shirt around my face. That's not good enough for you because you just want to be difficult.
Spare Parts Warehouse and Westward Parts. Yeah.
spare parts.
My name is Aaron. That's correct. This is the business phone.
I'm hungry right now. Damn, man. We're doing the fasting thing.
Yep.
Just gonna do a smoothie protein. I mean, that's cheating kind of, but better than eating, I guess.
Right, yeah. Okay.
What happens?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's hungry too? Oh my god.
No, nothing here.
Oh, please don't talk like that. Loaded nachos.
You can't supply me with a mask.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Of course not.
No, I don't.
Protein, whey, and frozen fruits.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
I want to get a better one though.
Do you guys still have a catalog to stuff? Sure.
This is so weird.
On their way for you.
So, okay, great. We'll see how fast they get here.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yep, you bet.
I feel like I bring Rob
Oh, he has a kid there too? Oh, Lord. Oh, he got a kid over there.
all kinds of fittings like
Oh,
that.
Jesus Christ. Kid. What's wrong with you, man?
Tons of fittings.
Where do these do that?
Those are shut-off valves.
I like these.
Brass shut-off valves.
And those
That's
are
it.
so good, and those too.
So what happened?
Those are so. Those kind of.
Fully cringed when he said that, then realized he had a kid with him. Oh, fuck. He's already reproduced another one. Well, that's it, man. Yo, I appreciate you guys joining tonight. Kind of last minute. Really weird, interesting story. So thanks for coming by. The smoothie thing, I like. I bought these frozen fruits. It's just like from strawberry, berries, like blueberries, and kale. I wish I had acai in there though. But I like it. It's the first. I used to always do the fresh fruit thing. I was talking to Mo about this, and they go bad, and it's just like sometimes you have leftover stuff. The frozen stuff is pretty nice, and I brought a really nice quality protein whey powder that actually it's very low in sugar, like 4 grams or something like that. So it is really, really good. But yeah, man, thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for the likes. Allison, Shelly, Jandy, Nomad, thank you for the subscribe. Crystal, thank you for the like. T Lions, Mark, thank you for the sub. Pretty Kate, thank you for the super chat. There was a lot of love tonight, so thank you, man. That was pretty cool. Selena, Liddy, Lisa, Joni, Kathy, thank you for the likes. All the likes. Damn, a lot of likes. Facebook. And the super chats. Appreciate it, man. Oh, and tomorrow, well, not morning, in the afternoon, I'm going to go get the antibody test. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going at 12:30 p.m. I'm going to try to record it. I mean, all it is they're just going to draw blood, and then I have to wait for the results. But I'm doing the antibody test. Because if I have that, well, I can't say, I guess I can't say, but, you know, the other stuff. this is what, you know, that's it. But I'm doing that tomorrow, man, the antibody test. There's so much going on in the world with that stuff. Bro, things are coming up, man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future. Things are coming up daily with that stuff. And if you pay attention, if you look at the stocks, there's certain stocks dropping because of certain things that are happening globally and the effects. I'll just say that. Check out the stocks. So, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Man, yeah, thank you guys. You have a good night. And like I said, definitely go check out some of the videos I think are great. This Kansas City, this one really kind of interested me because it's a guy. The women are really coming after the guys now. Elizabeth Jasso's a mess. She a mess. This missing Texas woman is really interesting too. I really want to know what's going to come up with that. It's weird that it's been so quiet. And I just don't understand what kind of friends. You're at a strip club. I guess you're stripping, allegedly. Some guy offers you more money. He's throwing money in the air and stuff. So the three of them, they drive to this guy's apartment. the two friends are like, hey, we're going to go buy makeup. And so they leave their friend alone. And she goes to the apartment by herself, disappears. And this was at 8 a.m. They were partying all night long. So they leave their friend. What kind of group of females is that? Is that a normal thing? Females, you're in a group and you're like, all right, yeah, just leave me with this guy we met at the club. I don't know him or anything. It's weird. And so they went to go buy makeup at 8 a.m. They come back and their friend's gone. So the Texas woman is bizarre. Mystery there. Elizabeth Jasso, not much mystery, just a messy ass person. But it's a tribute to what some woman will do to men to manipulate and control. And not even that. With Elizabeth Jasso, I've read multiple times in multiple posts that she was just a very jealous person. She wanted revenge because apparently or allegedly, Milko was cheating. And, well, he ended up getting shot. There was some sort of altercation because he was at the side piece's house. That woman was married. And either one of them, the woman or the guy, shot him and killed him. And so this chick, she was lying about being pregnant. She lied to that guy. Once he dies, she's lying to the family thinks she's pregnant too. She continues to lie. She says she's pregnant with twins. The day of that she was supposed to be induced, this chick disappears. I mean, this chick did the whole 9 yards. Is that the saying, 9 yards? I don't know. 11 yards, 9 yards. She was at the baby shower. Not the baby shower. Well, they did a baby shower, but she was at the gender reveal. They had his they did it where he was buried, I believe. Like they had his tomb there or something. Hey, it's a boy. People are nuts. Nuts, bro. I'll stay single. I want to be in a relationship. All that. Darius is weird. And this is the Thessalonica one too. This is a good video to watch. So there's a couple of videos. Notice the least watched video in the last 3 weeks was the one time I spoke about this guy, which I kind of like. I'm sorry if it upsets you, but it was just I thought it was an interesting conversation. We did a poll on the channel with regards to masks. How do you feel about kindergartners wearing it or being forced to wear it? But I guess you can't even talk about that. You can't have dialogue about any of that stuff anymore. So in the last 3 weeks, this was the least viewed video. So I got to stay away from that stuff. It's not even, I think it's just, I don't know, the algorithm. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for coming through tonight. I appreciate it. And tomorrow we're going to be chilling on Discord. Movie night. We got to figure out something to watch. Something good. We need something good, man. Something good to watch. Tomorrow I'll be home with my baby girl and doing my antibody test. And yeah, that's it, man. Just trying to grow on the YouTube. And we had no connection issues tonight, which is amazing. Yeah, I think that's it, man. Hey, Jay, hope you're doing good. If you're talking to me, I'm not even sure if you're talking to me. I don't know what's going on with you. On some thanks. I don't even know what to say. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, guys, have a good night. Appreciate you. Please hit like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Peace.